Jack Ross out methinks. Fuck, I'm not a Dundee United supporter. It's finished at Canada's Dundee United now. St Mirren 3. Welcome back, guys. The Fog Football was sitting down, couldn't decide which Scottish Premiership game I was going to watch this afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon, even though the rain is pissing down. Well, let me tell you this, it's certainly pissing down in Dundee. It's pissing all over Jack Ross. What a shambolic start to the season. Minus that great win against AC Alkmaar, Dundee United have had absolutely nothing to celebrate, and that continued here today. 3-0 against St Mirren, one of the worst sides in the league if we're being honest. St Mirren, a team that even St Mirren fans are worried about their survival this season. They think they're going down. Well, if they play Dundee United every week, they won't go down, I tell you that. 3-0 here for St Mirren, and to be honest, they absolutely deserved it. 3-0. It's not an injustice, it's not an exaggeration. St Mirren were by far the better team. So, yeah, let's get to the first half and then we'll try and sum up Jack Ross's career, what's left of his career. I mean, what's left of my career? I basically said this guy was a good manager, and I think I said he was going to do well at Dundee United this season. What do I know? Absolutely nothing, according to the past couple of weeks. But anyway, we'll kick off. Very quiet opening 30 minutes. O'Hara had a shot for Dundee United edge of the box around the half-an-hour mark. It was saved by Eriksson. Decent save. Eriksson came in today for Brigetti, who had been dropped. It looks like he's been dropped on his head, to be honest, at birth, based on the amount of fucking mistakes he's made over the past couple of weeks. But, yeah, no, he got dropped to the bench. And Eriksson, I thought, actually done okay today. Even though he conceded 3 goals, I wouldn't say he was to blame for any of them, but he made a good save half an hour in. 5 minutes later, we had a Middleton free kick. Pretty comfortable save though from Carlson, just tipped it over for a corner. This led to a series of corners for Dundee United, but nothing really happened, and you know, St Mirren were able to survive for another day. Then a couple minutes after that, we have St Mirren coming forward, and they get a bit fortunate here, play the ball, it bounces off a Dundee United player, and it just the ball just deflects straight into the path of Curtis Main, who takes it in his stride, and it's an easy finish for Curtis Main. He puts St Mirren 1-0 up. Was it an unlucky goal to concede? Absolutely, but sometimes you create your own luck, and there's no doubt in my opinion that St Mirren were the better team up to this point, so, you know, maybe they deserved that bit of luck, but Main still had to finish it, and he did finish it. You know, it was a calm finish, and I think Curtis Main could be a big player for St Mirren this season. Is he the best striker? No, but he knows where the back of the net is, and I think if he can get double figures this season, it could help St Mirren stay in the league. But yeah, that was it for the first half. Not a lot happening. We move into the second half. St Mirren again started the better team, looked more likely to score, and in the 52nd minute they did score. The ball played to Ayunga, just inside the box. He cut. It was a great bit of footwork here. The trickery with his feet. He cuts inside past the defender with footwork that I can't even describe, to be honest. Lovely footwork. Then he slots it to Main, who's about just beyond the penalty spot, and he calmly finishes it past the post there for his second goal of the day, and that gets a brace. But I mean, the skill here, the trickery for Ayunga to play the pass into Main to set this goal up was great there. So it was a good team goal. Good play for St Mirren, good attacking football, and it gave them a 2-0 lead. So, yeah, that was St Mirren then in control of the game. Then, just after a couple minutes later, St Mirren could have made it free. O'Hara picked up the ball on the edge of the 6-yard box, took the shot, difficult angle, decent save for Eriksson, out for a corner. I mean, it was a good save for Eriksson. Brigetti probably would have let it in, but Eriksson pulled after the save. 15 minutes for time. Dundee United probably had the only real chance of the second half, and it was a bit lucky, to be fair. The ball broke in the scanning on the edge of the box. He was just inside the St Mirren penalty box. He hits a shot, and it's an okay shot, and it's a decent save from Carson, but I think the Scannons should do better here. He needs to get it tighter to either post. He needs to, you know, get it closer to the corner, and he did not. So it was a chance. He pretty much had a free shot from inside the box. Should have done better, and Carson had this covered. But that was the most trouble Carson faced in the second half, if we're being completely honest. About 10 minutes for time. Dundee United fans start to leave, the stadium begins to empty out. I'm actually surprised it took this long. I mean, God help these fans, you know, they bring in Jack Ross, they bring in some really good signings, you know, Stephen Fletcher, high-profile signing, they managed to get Dylan Levitt, and, you know, they signed Jamie McGrath, and you're thinking, wow, you know, this Dundee United, they're assembling a really good squad here, they've got firepower going forward, they've got creative players in the midfield, but, I mean, we haven't really seen it, you know. I don't know why. There's no way. This Dundee United squad is good, right? It's a top 6 squad in my opinion, but for some reason, based on the way they're playing at the moment, it doesn't look like they're going to get it. Anyway, the fans left. Curtis Main tried to secure a hat-trick for about 35 yards out with a wonder strike, but unfortunately for him, he missed the target by about the same distance, man. It was a horrendous attempt at a third goal, but you know what? Give him credit. He had a good game today. And then we get into injury time, and it was another counter-attack by St Mirren. Ball got played through the middle to Greaves. The goalkeeper came out, and he just hit a low shot. He basically passed it past the goalkeeper to make it free. He celebrated. There was no real, there wasn't really any Dundee United fans left in the stadium to boo at this stage, to be honest. I think they'd all left. So, yeah, it finished then at Tannadice in Dundee. It finished Dundee United 0, St Mirren 3. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Jack Ross now under a huge amount of pressure. Up next, he's got Celtic. Honestly, do not see him getting anything out of that game. So we're looking at a scenario where Dundee United will probably have 1 point out of a possible 15, you know, after the opening 5 games of the league season. Then you factor in that horrendous 7-0 thumping in Amsterdam. It does not look good for Jack Ross. Is Jack Ross out? I'm not saying if he loses to Celtic he should get sacked. It's way too early. But I would say the pressure's on him. I would say he needs to start finding wins, right? We can almost... A result against Celtic, obviously, would be great. And if they can find a result, great. But I think they need to be a bit more realistic, and they need to look for the next couple of games after that Celtic match. And honestly, they need to try and get some points on the board, because a bad start to... I know Ross County recovered last season. They had a really bad start. No wins in their opening 10, and they recovered. But realistically, guys, that ain't going to happen all the time. You know, if you keep getting bad starts, you ain't going to recover. You might recover once, but more often than not, the way the table kind of begins to form at the start of the season, it doesn't change a lot after that. You know, you can kind of tell after like the first 5 or 6 games who's going to be good and who's not. And at the moment, Dundee United don't look good at all. So yeah, I think Jack Ross needs to up his game. He's got a good squad. He's got good players in there. But for some reason, he can't seem to get a performance out of them. So it is what it is here. But great win for St Mirren. That puts them now into the top 6, I believe. They have 6 points for a possible 12. And yeah, no, fair play to St Mirren. You know, they lost their opening 2 games. St Mirren fans were fearing the worst, but they bounced back with 2 good wins. That relieves some pressure on Stephen Robinson. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what St Mirren do next. But as for Dundee United, they need to get points on the board, and they need to do it soon. So anyway, guys, that is it. Wasn't the greatest watch. St Mirren totally deserved their win. If you're a Dundee United fan, let me know what you thought down below. I thought the game, from their perspective, was shocking. I thought St Mirren were okay. I thought St Mirren well deserved the win, but Dundee United were really, really bad today. And this is not what I expected. I honestly thought after the 7-0 in Amsterdam, after losing 4-1 at Tynecastle, I expected a big, big response for Dundee United today, and we just didn't get it there. So, yeah, no, Jack Ross, it's going to be tough. Like, what can he possibly say? If you look at the last 3 games, they have conceded 14 goals and scored 1. They've got a goal difference of -13. So, not good. Not good at all. If you're a St Mirren fan, let me know what you think down below. Do you think your team's going to stay up now? It's back-to-back wins. Things are looking a lot better for you guys than it was at the start of the season after the opening 2 games. Anyway, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you later. Peace.